Everybody, and welcome to another pre-stream on my theory test. So we're doing the theory, and we'll try to get the hazard perception done as well, and see how we get on. So let's see how we do. I'm just gonna go to share screen. There you go. What I need to. There we go. Well, let's hit mock test. All right.
You want to turn left at this junction. What should you do if your view of the main road is restricted? Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly. Stop and apply the parking brake, even if the road is clear. Stay well back and wait to see if anything comes. Build up your speed so that you can emerge quickly.
Right.
Approach slowly and edge out until you can see more clearly.
I think that was, I think you drive up to the lake and just edge a little bit forward, so you get a better view. So we'll go for that one.
You're driving a friend's children home from school. They're both under 14 years old. Who's responsible for making sure they wear a seatbelt or approved child restraint where required? You, the driver, an adult passenger, the children, your friend.
So say you as the driver.
What advice should you give to a driver who has had a few alcoholic drinks at a party? Have a strong cup of coffee and then drive home.
Definitely not.
Go home by public transport.
Yeah.
Drive home carefully and slowly. Wait a short while and then drive home.
Get public transport.
You've just passed your first practical driving test. What will you have to do if you get 6 penalty points on your license in the next 2 years?
So, assuming that you get 6, you lose your license.
Retake only your practical test. Reapply for your full license. Retake only your theory test. Retake your theory and practical tests.
So, in theory, I think if you get 6 points, it means you lose your license. So I think you could have to restate everything.
Retake your theory and practical test.
Yeah, I'm going to go for that one.
When may you cross a double solid white line in the middle of the road? To pass traffic that is queuing back at a junction. To pass a car signalling to turn left ahead. To pass a road maintenance vehicle travelling at 10 miles an hour or less. To pass a vehicle that is towing a trailer.
Right.
To pass traffic that is queuing back at a junction.
I don't think it's that one.
To pass a car signalling to turn left ahead. To pass a vehicle that is towing a trailer. To pass a road maintenance vehicle travelling at 10 miles an hour or less.
I think it may be that one.
What should you do when you're overtaking at night? Wait until a bend so that you can see oncoming headlights. Sound your horn twice before moving out. Beware of bends in the road ahead. Go past slowly so that you can react to unseen hazards.
Yeah.
What will happen if you follow this vehicle too closely? Your brakes will overheat. Your engine will overheat. Your view ahead will be reduced. Your fuel consumption will be increased.
Your view ahead will be reduced because of wider vehicle.
What should you do if you can't see clearly behind when you're reversing? Open the door to look behind. Look in the near side mirror. Open the window to look behind. Ask someone to guide you.
Ask them to guide you.
You're leaving your vehicle parked on a road and unattended. When may you leave the engine running? When parked in a 20 miles per hour zone. Never if you're away from the vehicle. If you'll be parking for less than 5 minutes. If the battery keeps going flat.
Never.
You're approaching a red light at a puffin crossing. Pedestrians are on the crossing. When will the red light change? When you start to edge forward onto the crossing. When the pedestrians have cleared the crossing. When a driver from the opposite direction reaches the crossing. When the pedestrians push the button on the far side of the crossing. When the pedestrians have cleared the crossing.
When the pedestrians pass the crossing.
You arrive at the scene of a motorcycle crash. The rider is injured. When should their helmet be removed? Always straight away. Always unless they're in shock. Only when the motorcyclist asks. Only when it's essential.
When essential.
You're approaching a junction where the traffic lights aren't working. What should you do when a police officer gives this signal? Turn right and turn left only. Stop at the stop line. Continue ahead only.
Stop.
Your vehicle has broken down on a motorway. In which direction should you walk to find the nearest emergency telephone? With the traffic flow.
So with the traffic flow means you're walking away so the traffic's coming behind you.
Facing oncoming traffic.
That's coming towards the traffic.
In the direction shown on the marker posts. In the direction of the nearest exit.
So I think it's on the direction on the marker post. That's going to tell you where the nearest one is.
When are you not allowed to sound your vehicle's horn? At any time in a built-up area. Between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. in a built-up area. Between 11:30 p.m. and 6 a.m. on any road. Between 11:30 p.m. and 7 a.m. in a built-up area.
Right. Now, sounding your horn could sound people like you're there. Like over 10 and 6 in the morning.
Other drivers may sometimes flash their headlights at you. What's the official meaning of this signal? They're warning you of their presence. There's a fault with your vehicle. They're giving way to you. There's a radar speed trap ahead.
Right. The warning of their presence. Pause. Look at them.
Why could it be dangerous to reverse from a side road into a main road? Your reverse sensors will beep. Your reversing lights will be hidden. Your view will be restricted. Your mirrors will need adjusting.
View restricted.
You're carrying a child under 3 years old in your car. Which restraint is suitable for a child of this age? A child seat, an adult seat belt, an adult holding a child, an adult lap belt.
And child's seat.
What's the purpose of the yellow lines painted across the road? To warn you to change direction, to show a safe distance between vehicles, to make you aware of your speed, to keep the area clear of traffic.
Make you aware of your speed.
It's very windy. What should you do if you're behind a motorcyclist who's overtaking a high-sided vehicle? Stay level with the motorcyclist. Keep close to the motorcyclist. Keep well back. Overtake the motorcyclist immediately.
Keep well back.
Where should you take particular care to look for motorcyclists and cyclists? On one-way streets, at junctions, on dual carriageways, at zebra crossings.
Right. Ooh. Go through one-way street. Let's see. Yeah, but
At junctions.
junctions. So you're at a junction on a street. You got the main street. You have to see it. Or see at this junction because you're coming out in this truck coming so they could hide behind the vehicle. You might not see them. Think that. Never explain that loud.
Do you need to plan rest stops when you're planning a long journey? No, you'll be less tired if you get there as soon as possible. No, only fuel stops will be needed. Yes, regular stops help concentration. Yes, you should plan to stop every half an hour.
Right, so yes, plan, but every half an hour, that's, I want to say every half an hour.
Yes, regular stops help concentration.
Yeah. I think that's just dependent on you.
What should you do immediately after joining a motorway? Readjust your mirrors. Position your vehicle in the center lane. Try to overtake. Stay in the left-hand lane.
And
Position your vehicle in the center lane.
yeah.
You have just passed these warning lights. What hazard would you expect to see next? A level crossing with no barrier. A school crossing patrol. An opening bridge. An ambulance station.
Oh, this is hard. Right, so crossing with no bridge, with no barriers. I think are still the same as normal crossings with barriers, which are just a square, 2 red and amber light. School crossing, I think that's just a single amber. Could be that one. Open bridge. No. Don't think it doesn't look like there would be a bridge in that kind of in the picture, ambulance station. I think I'm going to go for school. I haven't seen one. But we'll have a look at the end.
What will be affected if the road surface becomes soft in very hot weather? The suspension, the exhaust emissions, the fuel consumption, the tyre grip.
Good.
What will reduce fuel consumption?
Reduce.
Staying in lower gears, accelerating rapidly, driving more slowly, late and heavy braking.
Right, so I think late and heavy braking will cost more fuel.
Accelerating rapidly,
No, that means it will faster.
driving more slowly.
I think staying in a lower gear.
What could you do to reduce the volume of traffic on the roads? Drive in a bus lane.
Not allowed.
Use a car with a smaller engine.
Right.
Walk or cycle on short journeys. Travel by car at all times.
Walk or cycle on short journeys.
What should you do if you see a pedestrian waiting at a zebra crossing? Stop before you reach the zigzag lines and let them cross. Be ready to slow down or stop to let them cross. Ignore them as they're still on the pavement. Go on quickly before they step onto the crossing.
Right. So you're not allowed to tell them to go across in case there's not a car coming. So I would say be ready.
Be ready to slow down or stop to let them cross.
Yeah.
What does this sign mean? One-way street. Contraflow system. Leave at the next exit. Change to the left-hand lane. Contraflow system. What's likely to happen if you use a hands-free phone while you're driving? It will increase your concentration. It will improve your safety. It will reduce your view. It will divert your attention.
Divert your attention.
In good conditions, what is the typical stopping distance at 70 mph? 53 meters or 175 feet, 60 meters or 197 feet, 96 meters or 315 feet, 73 meters or 240 feet.
Right, it was good conditions, so it's dry. Your natural speed, so you got 7 miles an hour, and you want to stop. So you put your brakes on, you're still going, but the brakes are compressing to slow you down. When would you stop? Now this is, I don't think it's going to be 53. I think 73 is high. Which means 96 is high. I think I'm going to go for 60. No, that one with yards with feet in.
You've broken down on a two-way road. You have a warning triangle. At least how far from your vehicle should you place the warning triangle? 25 meters, 82 feet. 45 meters, 147 feet. 100 meters, 328 feet. 5 meters, 16 feet.
Right, I think 5 meters is too close. It's not going to give oncoming traffic a chance to see it and to respond. So I mean, I think 25 be the 45, yeah, very good distance. And I'm gonna go for 100 meters. Just so I think it's as you're driving along and you see that it gives you time to slow down in response to what's going on. That's where I'm going with that.
What does this traffic sign mean? Compulsory minimum speed limit. Advised maximum speed limit. Advised separation distance.
That's it.
Compulsory maximum speed limit.
Right, so it says compulsory. Maximum.
What is a cover note? A document issued before you receive your registration document. A document issued before you receive your driving license. A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate.
Right. So I don't think it's a letter, a document for your driving license. I know that.
A document issued before you receive your registration document.
No, don't think it's that one either. I think it's insurance.
A document issued before you receive your insurance certificate. A document issued before you receive your MOT certificate.
But MOT, it would not get printed off there and then. And that look, I'm gonna go for insurance.
You've driven up to a Pelican crossing. What must you do while the amber light is flashing? Wait for the red and amber light before proceeding. Give way to any pedestrians on the crossing. Signal the pedestrian to cross. Always wait for the green light before proceeding.
Give way to any pedestrians on the crossing.
Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking along the road?
B.
Why should you test your brakes after this hazard? You'll have just crossed a long bridge. You'll be going down a long hill. Your brakes will be wet. You'll be on a slippery road.
Your brakes will be wet.
What does this sign mean? Place of historical interest. Multi-exit roundabout. 6 roads converge. Risk of ice.
Risk of ice.
What should you do if the amber lights come on and a warning sounds while you're driving over a level crossing? Get everyone out of the vehicle immediately. Stop and reverse back to clear the crossing. Keep going and clear the crossing. Stop immediately and use your hazard warning lights.
Right, so keep going.
A driver's behavior has upset you. How can you get over this incident safely? Shout abusive language.
Yeah.
Stop and take a break. Follow them, flashing your headlights. Gesture to them with your hand.
Yeah. Just give them the finger. No.
Stop and take a break.
Stop and take a break. And have a Kit Kat.
Why should you check for motorcyclists just before turning right into a side road? They may be emerging from the side road. They may be overtaking on your right. They may be following you closely. They may be overtaking on your left.
Yeah.
They may be emerging from the side road.
Yeah.
Why is it particularly important to check your vehicle before making a long motorway journey? You'll have to do more harsh braking on motorways. Continuous high speeds increase the risk of your vehicle breaking down. Motorway services areas don't deal with breakdowns. The road surface will wear down the tyres faster. You'll have to do more harsh braking on motorways.
It could be that one.
Continuous high speeds increase the risk of your vehicle breaking down. Motorway services areas don't deal with breakdowns. The road surface will wear down the tyres faster.
All right. I'm going to go with high speed. Yeah.
What will the speed limit usually be where you can see street lights but no speed limit signs?
There's another.
What does this sign indicate? A diversion route, a picnic area, a pedestrian zone, a cycle route.
Yeah, well, a picnic area, I think that would be brown because it's a visitor site. It's not a cycle lane or route. Pedestrians.
A diversion route.
I think it's a diversion route.
At an incident, how could you help a small child who isn't breathing? Put them in the recovery position and slap their back. Find their parents and explain what's happening. Talk to them confidently until an ambulance arrives. Open their airway and begin CPR.
Open airway and start CPR.
Why should you allow extra room while overtaking a motorcyclist on a windy day? The rider may be blown in front of you. The rider may stop suddenly. The rider may turn off suddenly to get out of the wind. The rider may be traveling faster than normal. The rider may be blown in front of you.
Yeah.
Whilst driving along a quiet stretch of motorway, Peter's attention is drawn to a set of hazard lights flashing on a vehicle some distance ahead. As he continues to drive, he becomes aware that the vehicle is stopped on the hard shoulder. He looks out to see if he can see the driver, but as he gets closer still, he notices that the vehicle is displaying a triangular red flag with the word "help" written on it. He considers what action he should take.
On a motorway, when should the hard shoulder be used? When an emergency arises. When taking a short rest. When checking a road map. When answering a mobile phone.
Emergency.
Your vehicle breaks down on a motorway and you need to call for help. Why might it be better to use an emergency roadside telephone rather than a mobile phone? It connects you to a local garage. It allows easy location by the emergency services. Mobile phones don't work on motorways. Using a mobile phone will distract other drivers. It allows easy location by the emergency services.
Yeah.
When are you allowed to use hazard warning lights? When parked on double yellow lines to visit a shop. When travelling during darkness without headlights. When stopped and temporarily obstructing traffic. When travelling slowly because you're lost. What colour are the reflective studs between the hard shoulder and the left-hand lane of a motorway?
So, the hard shoulder, left hand lane. That's red. Oh, this is oh,
You see a car on the hard shoulder of a motorway with a help pennant displayed. What does this mean? The driver is likely to be a disabled person. The driver is a foreign visitor. The driver is first aid trained. The driver is a rescue patrol officer.
don't think it's rescue, don't think it's first aid trained.
The driver is a foreign visitor.
Could be.
The driver is likely to be a disabled person.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that one. There we go. Oh, well, no. So number 6 I got wrong.
What should you do when you're overtaking at night? Wait until a bend so that you can see oncoming headlights.
This one.
Go past slowly so that you can react to unseen hazards.
Yeah.
Wait until a bend so that you can see oncoming headlights.
Right, yeah.
When are you not allowed to sound your vehicle's horn?
Right, so I was right on the. I knew it was late. Between 11:30 and 7 in a build-up area, right?
What should you do immediately after joining a motorway? Stay in the left-hand lane.
Right.
What will reduce fuel consumption?
Drive slowly.
Driving more slowly.
I knew I would got this one wrong.
In good conditions, what is the typical stopping distance at 70 mph?
So it's actually 96, which is 315 feet. And that one is that's 45.
You've broken down on a two-way road. You have a warning triangle. At least how far from your vehicle should you place the warning triangle?
So yeah, I knew 5 and 25 were a bit too close. Yeah, should have thought 100 feet would be too. With 45. Right. Yeah. Keep it getting.
Which sign means that pedestrians may be walking
Yes,
along
that
the
one.
road?
Why should you check for motorcyclists just before turning right into a side road? They may be overtaking on your right.
Right. I want to change to the hazard perception part D, I might just do that as maybe tomorrow. I've got stuff to do. We'll work something out. So if I had got one more right, I would have passed. But never. But I'm quite happy with that. We can go through, like I say, and go through it again. Anyone's out like out wrong with Mark. That's excellent. And come back. There we go. Yeah, so got a couple wrong there. One away from passing. But it's those, like I said, I knew the distance ones. I knew that probably would have got more. 'Cause it's working. It's trying to picture how far something is without sticking it. What I might have to do is get a tape measure and go for a walk down the street to the corner or something and go, like, that's what it would look like. And maybe I could visualize it that way. But this is like I say, a pre-record, so it's gonna go out. Well, it will be out at 7. You'll be watching at 7 o'clock. I'll be at work. I'm doing it now, as you can see, I'm muted phone. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and leave a comment. So I am going to do a proper live on Thursday, and that will be at 7 o'clock, and that will be with Mark. So that will be proper live. So hope you come along and watch that. So till then, get down to the garden. There we go, and there's only a night all.